gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do woulda, shoulda, coulda, what up in here.
Barbecue and mildew time. Let's go. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Larry. This is the Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. It's gonna be an armchair review, man. We got to talk about this series as is right now. A little pregame show. It's raining, so the Braves are rained out right now. So I'm gonna talk about this Hawks game, a pivotal game in this series. This winner go home again. Celtics are still up in the series, 3-2, after possibly the clutchest shot in the history of the Hawks franchise. Trae Young hit a 31-foot three-point jumper that won the game for us. Three-point dagger, so gotta love that. But yeah, I also was trying to test the TikTok stream key. Yeah, it don't seem like it's working. I got no tone channel. Why you do tests? That's why you do streams. All right, let's go over games prior to the last game. We're gonna go over the games that the Hawks won. Let's look at how they won and how they lost. Okay, because with DeJounte Murray coming back, we definitely need DeJounte to be the same DeJounte that was there during game 3. All right, so let's check out game 3 first. All right, so we won that game by 8, 130 to 122. Pretty much dominated that game for the majority of the game. Celtics made a late run at the end of the game, but overall, the Hawks did what they had to do. And the game was really won in the second quarter. First quarter, they outscored us 37-33. Second quarter, we outscored them 31-41. You know, and that's pretty much the difference of the game. Huh? Oh, Frozen? Oh, my goodness. All right, well, I could definitely end that, but it is storming. Interesting. Are you saying I'm jumping around? Goodness. Oh, wow. Well, that's not good. Guys, if I'm freezing out there, let me know. Please hit that please tell me in the chat. Okay, Eric said it was smooth on his end. Yeah, unfortunately, the stream key ain't working right now. I don't know if you got it. Larry, calm down. I don't know if you got to keep it on. Yeah, I don't see anything on TikTok either. You might have to keep that key on. But it didn't interrupt us. Like normally, if the key don't work, then it'll not work. All right, so we're gonna look at the stats for this game, guys. And this was the first win in the series, so basically, all right. So in that game, Trae Young had 32 points. Jason Tatum had 29 points. Go to the full box score though. And say, here's a key. This is the best game with Trae and DeJounte in the same game. after the All-Star break. This was absolutely the best game that Trae and DeJounte played with Coach Quinn. Seemed like it all came together at the right time. And let's look at it. All right, John Collins only had 8 points, only 5 rebounds. DeAndre Hunter had 11 points. Capella had a 10 and 11 game, so that's good. DeJounte with 25 points, five five assists, and 6 rebounds. Trae Young had 32 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. All right, so that game right there, man, was a Hawks fire on all cylinders with Trae and DeJounte. All right. Also, significant bench help from Sadiq Bey, Jalen Johnson, and Bogdan Bogdanovich. All of them were in double figures. Okay, so the bench really came through in the clutch that game. So it wasn't just our two, star players. It was also our role players coming off the bench playing significant roles. This is the game, but we hit a lot of threes in this game, and that's how we won. We won by the three. I mean, Sadiq Bey 3 for 3, Jalen Johnson 2 for 3, Bogey 3 for 4, DeJounte and Trae 2 for 6. DeAndre Hunter hit 1. John Collins hit 2. So we really won by the three in that game. Okay, because we definitely the rebounds was 48. Boston Celtics, how many rebounds did they have? Oh yeah, so we out rebounded them too. Oh yeah, that's right. We got a lot of putbacks and second chance points against them on the rebound. So I think rebounding is probably the key to this series, to be honest, more so than 3-point shooting. All right, so let's just go back to the game that we lost. Gonna go back to the game that we lost. I'm sure we got out rebounded significantly. And then the following game, 29-21, 129 to 121. Celtics win game 4. Okay. And the game was lost, pretty much lost in the first quarter. Yep. That first quarter when we got outscored by 10 was pretty much the game. Yep. Pretty much the game. Let's go to the full box score. Dig deeper into it. All right, that game Trae had 35 in a loss. But I'm just saying, like, we see 30, but 32, 35 by Trae games in a row, okay? All right, and in this game, DeJounte and Trae Young also had great games. Trae had 35 and 15 assists and 3 rebounds. DeJounte had 23, 9 rebounds and 6 assists. This was the John Collins game that he only made 1 shot. He was 1 for 9. This was also the great game by DeAndre Hunter. So definitely shout out to DeAndre Hunter for game 4. Just couldn't get over the hump. Our bench really was non-existent that game. Yeka Kongu also only just scored 6 points, 4 rebounds. Sadiq Bey really didn't do anything. He was 2 for 7 for 5 points. Jalen Johnson 2 points, and Bogey 3 for 8. So the bench production coupled, let's see, rebounding. So it had 49 rebounds. We had 42. So in this game, we got out-rebounded. Out-rebounded and out-assisted, I think. Yeah, let's see, 25 assists. Oh, we were even on assists. Okay. We're even on assists. All right. So The key to this series seems like that the team who rebounds the best and whose bench plays the best really comes out and wins the game. They just do, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed some comments. My bad. Out of your Falcon mind. What up, man? I see you. Michael John. Which one of y'all? Yeah, this is a big night for us, man. We got the draft going on. Good luck to everyone in the Atlanta content creator community. I know you guys gonna rock with the draft. We were gonna do a draft party ourselves, but Hawks won, so we ain't worried about that. We got the Hawks tonight. So if y'all not tuning in to everyone's, draft special, come on ahead and come over here and tune in to the Dixon Way. Watch these Hawks take on the Celtics. Got to win this game, man. Of course, it's win or go home. It's barbecue or mildew time. And here's the thing. I was debating with people today, man. And I told people that was the greatest shot, the greatest singular shot in Atlanta Hawks history. And I got a lot of pushback from that. And people were saying, well, how can you say that? It's just a game 5 in the first round. There's been bigger shots in bigger games. Not when you think about the situation, the opponent you're facing, and where you're at. You're on the road against the Boston Celtics, where you're a heavy underdog. And you pull up from 31 feet and drain a 3 with the crowd at full throat. There's no way on God's green earth that anyone can tell me that there was a greater shot in Atlanta Hawks history than that shot by Trae Young. Now, was there bigger victories, bigger wins in Hawks history? Yes. 2 years ago in Philadelphia, we came back by 28 points. That was the single most greatest game in Hawks history, period. Second round, you on the ropes, you go and come back against the Philadelphia 76ers, who was the number 1 seed in the East that season, and you were down by 28 points and come back. That's the greatest game in Hawks history, okay? But what I'm saying is that Trae Young's shot at the end of the game was the greatest singular shot in franchise history. If you don't believe me, go and find one. Go find a shot with the Atlanta Hawks. That's a game winner. Win or you go home. You hit it, you go to the next game. You miss it, your season is over. Show me a more clutch shot than what Trae Young did. Now, some may say the shot in New York, that was game 1 of round 1. That was game 1 of round 1. That was an introduction to playoff Trae. This right here, everybody know who Trae Young is, and now everyone's down Trae. Now, mind you, this is 3 straight 30-point games by Trae Young, and nobody's talking about that. The whole narrative was, how did the Celtics let this slip through their fingers? Out of your Falcon mind says, man, I came off the couch. Scared the hell of my dog. This Michael John. Hey, man, appreciate y'all coming through. I bet I ain't even give you no sound, bro. My bad. But yeah, singular greatest shot in Atlanta Hawks history. Yeah, it's the first round. We don't have that much playoff history, to be honest. Yeah, that game, now, it wasn't the greatest game by the Hawks. Greatest game by the Hawks is different. Oh, what's up, John? All right, appreciate you, brother. But yeah, guys, if you guys like good Falcon content, man, check out of your Falcon, man. That's a great name because it's a great use of Falcon. You know what I'm saying? Out of your sleeping mind. So you just say Falcon. Hey, that flows off the tongue so well, guys. I'm telling you. Also, shout out to them for reaching their centennial episode. Gonna have way more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, them guys rock, man. Check them guys out tonight, and just check them out in general. Go over there and hit that subscribe and like on a whole bunch of content they got up there. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. But yeah, John, I'm telling you, if you did you see the short that I made when I jumped up and squealed like a little kid? Man, hey man, things like that don't happen to Atlanta franchises. And it's a shame that you have a certain sect of people and fans that don't really appreciate what Trae Young has done in this short amount of time. Like, we're not just talking about him making us irrelevant or anything. Like, as a franchise, we've only been to the Eastern Conference Finals twice. There was once where Coach Bud had a whole bunch of role players and took them there. And then there's a Trae Young-led team. Like, that's all we have, guys. Even all the great seasons that we had with Dominique, he never got past the second round. Now, mind you, there were all-time teams in his way, Celtics, and Bad Boy Pistons, and then the Bulls with Michael Jordan. But still, we never had a team make it that far, or in the small, one of the smaller guys in the league, put us on his back like a backpack and carry us to the Eastern Conference Final. If it wasn't for the referee stepping in Trae Young's way, we might have went to the finals. That's how magical that season was, you know? So, okay. Cool. I'm glad you like it. So, when I look at a lot of people and Trae Young detractors, and I just have to wonder where they're coming from. Do they really wish they had Luka Doncic instead of Trae Young? Is that what all this about? Well, what is it doing for the Mavericks? The Mavericks are sitting home. And the Mavericks chose to sit home because they were like, we got the great Luka Doncic, but what are we going to do against a team? We're not even going to make the playoffs. We're going to lose a draft. Our draft pick is worth more than getting Luka in the playoffs. That's crazy. So you already saw that Kyrie's not coming back. I think the Hawks situation, they've been disappointing this season. Yes, they have. I understand. They've been very disappointing this season. Been the most mid team in the NBA. They ended the season 41-41. There's one game below at or one game above 500 for 39 straight games. Like, that's crazy. But there's something about playoff. No, I'm not trying to get off or bite anything about playoff Jimmy or whatever. But Trae Young have a little bit of help and health in the playoffs, man, it could be special. The only thing about it is, man, this Boston team is so good defensively. But they also fall in love with threes. So when the Hawks play good perimeter defense and make them miss those shots, then they have a chance to push the ball in transition and get downhill. But the main thing that I need Trae Young to do is to make sure that he attacks the basket. You put pressure on that defense, you get players in foul trouble, and you get them frustrated, mentally frustrated, because they can't stay in front of you, Trae. There's not one man that can stay in front of you. You blown by Marcus Smart, frustrated him. You blown by Jaylen Brown. Those are two of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, and you blow right by them like they're standing still. And they need help on the backside with Robert Williams or Al Horford, you know, to stop your layup or your floater. So for me, if you keep applying pressure to the Celtics and getting in there and causing havoc and kicking it out, now the guys got to hit their shots. John Collins, I know your finger has not recovered. I'm not going to bash John Collins today because he had a great game. Alex Stewart, what up, fam? I see you. Alex Stewart said, gotta go get them defensive rebounds, too, after a stop. Excellent point. Excellent point. Because we do give up a lot of offensive rebounds because we do not find our man and put butts on bodies. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever played down low, you know what butts on bodies mean. You go around, you find your nearest man, you put your butt on your body, and you square up and box them out, though. Like, that fundamental skill is lost on a lot of this generation. And you just can't underestimate what a good box out would do. Don't try to always out athletics someone. And that's kind of a problem with this generation. You're not going to out jump Robert Williams. You know what I'm saying? Robert Williams is going to out jump you, John Collins. He is. And he's stronger. So when he get it back, he's going to put it up and one. Now, will he make the free throw after that? Maybe, maybe not. But he's going to get the rebound, and he can put it back up or he can kick it back out to a wide open man. Because most of the time, we have a guy licking out. They find an open man, bang, practice three-pointer. Good. That happens to the Atlanta Hawks a while. So we get a stop, play good perimeter defense, and then snag the rebound and get out and push it. And that's what Coach Quinn been trying to preach. We need to play with more pace. We're not a good half-court team because DeJounte and Trae Young cannot play off the ball, okay? So since they can't play off the ball, we have to move the ball crisp. If we run pick and roll, which we always do, we need to have a backdoor cutter to give up an additional, option for Trae or DeJounte. If they try to, close up on him and double team hard. Because that's kind of the strategy to play against the Hawks. Whoever's running the pick and roll, either DeJounte or Trae, double team them hard if they're hot. If not, go under the pick and dare them to shoot. That's the strategy against the Hawks. Hawks got to hit their open shots. And when DeJounte or Trae Young dime them up and they're wide stinking open, they got to hit their shots. Now, defensively, I will give kudos to DeAndre Hunter for his perimeter defense against Jason Tatum the last game. Now, Jason Tatum's a magnificent player, and he's not going to play like that in back-to-back games. But what you really count on is just make it hard on him. You know what I'm saying? But don't give him wide open shots. The lax in mental judgment and rotation is a really bad thing with the Hawks. The Hawks don't rotate fast when the Celtics move the ball around. They get a lot of open shots, to be honest. You gotta try to make it a little bit harder on Jaylen Brown, who's been the star of the Celtics during this series. And I've always said that Brown was a better clutch player than Tatum, but Tatum is the flash and the marquee guy. We got to find some way to stop Jaylen Brown. And DeJounte, I don't know if we switch DeAndre Hunter on Brown and put DeJounte on Tatum or vice versa. I think we just don't have anything for, they're just basically feeding the mismatch. You feel me? They're just feeding the mismatch. So DeJounte or Bogey was out there. He was killing Bogey the last game. So it's kind of a mismatch that we really can't counter. We just gotta hope that one of them have a bad game, like the last game, and then we just try to control what like Jaylen Brown would do in the fourth quarter. Because while he had a great game throughout the game, in the fourth quarter he had a poor game. I think he hit a 3-pointer with like 5 minutes left, and then didn't score again. So, uh, if the Hawks come out and play like they did in Game 3, I don't think the uh, the Celtics have any answer. But that was close to a perfect game that we played in this series. The bench scored. We had 3 players off the bench that had double digits. Trae and DeJounte had great games. This is the third straight game that Trae Young had 30-plus points and either 9 or 10 assists. No one's talking about that on ESPN. I ain't seen that stat once. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. I just feel like if the Hawks win this series to me, hold on, I missed some other questions. My bad. Oh, Pass Nation, my bad, man. What's going on? I see you. We coming hot today. Hunting them birds. Let's go. Appreciate you coming through, man. Y'all ain't hunting no birds today, bro. But I feel that the Hawks have momentum. And this series kind of like, you guys tell me, this series kind of feels like the Hawks versus the 76ers 2 years ago. We were playing against the number 1 seed. They had home court advantage. Now, we didn't come back for 28, but coming back from 13 with 6 minutes left in the game is amazing. You know? So, and look, Pass Nation said we can't stop Trae. Now, this is one of the best defensive teams. Calm down, son. This is one of the best defensive teams in the National Basketball Association. And I listened to a couple of Boston Celtics podcasts before the series, and basically it seemed like they were afraid of DeJounte more than Trae. Basically, the thing was they'll say, Trae make bad decisions, take bad shots, where we could capitalize on and turn into easy points. More and more we get in the series, Trae is taking less and less bad shots, less and less bad decisions. I've always said that Trae is like a 2K player. A 2K player is really good at 2K. They're going to take stupid shots just because they want to see if they can make it. Okay. And in their mind, it's like, it's not bad because they are owed a certain amount of shots per game regardless because they're that dude. But I would hope that Coach Quinn is starting to instill in him that every possession of every game is important. From the tap to the last possession of the game when you hit that dagger. You know what I'm saying? Every possession counts. And once our entire team learns that, we'll be much better for it. It's going to take a few off-season or off-season for Trae Young to really learn how to play off the ball. That's my hope. I don't want to take the hands out of one of the best facilitators in the game. What I do want to do is create opportunities that the Boston Celtics don't know what the heck we're doing because Trae is running hard around several picks so he can get a wide open 3. You know what I'm saying? But Trae Young is over 40% for catch and shoot situations. And when Trae Young is moving out Trae Young rarely moves without the ball. But when he does and he dives down to the corner, the whole defense looks over there. That split second, DeJounte can just cut around his man. If he glances over, he does a quick glance like this over to see where Trae Young is going. DeJounte go the other way and gone. Easy layup or pull up mid-range jumper. And we know his mid-range jumper is wet. So these are things I like to see. I don't know if it can happen this postseason, but hopefully Coach Quinn can give Trae numerous plays out of the new playbook that we'll have Say, study these. These are going to be your off-ball plays. All right. I need you to study these and run these to death in the off season. Because when we come in, I'm gonna expect you to know them. Because this is what we're doing. We're gonna integrate you and DeJounte more and off the ball. Both of you guys got to learn some type of plays, at least 5 plays playing off the ball that we can do to confuse teams to get them out of this box and one. Well, that was a perimeter defense by DeAndre Hunter. That was good challenges on his shot. You know, I mean, you got to give your opponent some kind of like respect. It's just like when you guys were shutting down Trae in the first 2 games. You playing excellent defense. So I mean, he missed some open 3, but he took a lot of 4 shots, and that was you guys playing. It was working. So sometimes you got to tip your cap. But it's ebbs and flows, man. I do feel like that this game feels like the 76ers. Well, this series feels like the 76ers series. We were super heavy underdogs. So I just hope this plays out the way I wanted to as a Hawks fan. But either way, I think it's been very entertaining. I also think that that shot, making that shot in Boston Garden, when the Boston Celtics have never lost a home playoff game when they're leading, going into the 4th with a 10-point lead. With a 10 or more point lead, Boston Celtics have never lost in Boston until Trae Young shot that ice cold dagger. Never. And scored 14 points. He scored 14 and the Celtics scored 8 in the final 8 minutes. I mean, that's a legendary performance. Now, it's only in the first round. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and stuff like that, but I mean, we're going to see, man. I think DeJounte going to have a great game. That referee was bogus for that. Larry, oh my goodness. I got to get my son. All right, Pass Nation, what's going on? Yeah, Trae is him. All right, guys, I'm back. All right, so yeah, Pass Nation said Trae Young is him, but Celtics in 6. Okay. Um, I feel really good about this game because we beat the Celtics without DeJounte Murray. Uh, it's real telling, and I think that is the biggest thing that'll shake the Celtics' confidence. Is that we came into Boston and beat them in a must-win game without DeJounte Murray, who was arguably the best player in the series before Game 3. Now Trae Young has rattled off 30 points in 3 straight games. So, yeah. I like our chances, man. I appreciate you coming in, Pass Nation. Appreciate you. He said, love this series, but it's gone. It's been long enough. All right. Uh, what I will say about the Celtics is I know they're going to give us their best shot tonight. And regardless of the game 7 is in Boston or not, I don't think the Celtics want to go to a game 6. I mean, game 7. The Boston Celtics do not want to go to a game 7. If we win this game tonight, it's a wrap on game 7, man. I really feel if the Hawks beat them, and mind you, the Hawks only had two occasions they won more than 3 games in a row this season. So to beat the Celtics in this series, they would have to win 3 games in a row. If the Hawks win game 6, hey son, come down. The Hawks beat the Celtics in game 6. I feel that game 7 will be like how Phoenix lost to Dallas last year in embarrassing fashion. I think they'll be so demoralized, especially with only 1 game in between. I think that they're going to come home. It's going to be super nervous energy like it was in that Phoenix and Mavericks game last year when the Mavericks blew them out. I just got a feeling, man, if the Hawks come in here and do what they're supposed to do and win this game, I don't think the Celtics are going to be able to recover unless they had like 2 days. Like it was 3 games in between, 3 days in between games. Thank you, son. You. Love you. All right, Past Nation said Tatum needs a 40-point masterclass tonight. Okay. I think we would start doubling and I think we'll start doubling him if he get up to 20 real fast. I got a feeling he's going to put out a good output. Our main thing is we can't have Malcolm Brogdon. We can't have Malcolm Brogdon or Al Horford or Jeremy Grant or Derek White scoring 25 points. Yeah, son. That's the thing with the Hawks. Those 2 star players, they're going to get what they get, man. If we got Derek White going for 25 points, which he did in the first 2 games, that's how you lose. You know, that's how you lose. That's what you tell Trae, you got to man up and play a little bit better defense, bro. Just stay in front of him, try to draw a charge, or at least slow him up so Clint Capella or Onyeka Okongwu can come on the backside and get the block. Sam Hauser out there to hit threes. But when you put him out there for threes, who is he going to check? Because every time he came in the game, we made an offensive run. So I hope you guys put in Hauser. But remember, Hauser came in at that 5-minute mark. No, don't stand up on that, son. That's dangerous. Okay, do not stand up on that. Y'all put in Hauser. That's when we went on that run. So I hope you guys put in Hauser. That's barbecue chicken when you get him out there. That's an easy bucket. Even DeAndre Hunter can score on him. You know, so you guys take defenders off the court and let us be able to freely work against someone between either Derek White or Hauser, you know what I'm saying, or Pritchard. But Pritchard really ain't seen the court. But I'm just saying, like, if you guys put guys out there against us, we're going to score easy. So I think your coach is doing a great job at his rotations on who he is and isn't using. You know, and he's going defensive heavy. And that's the way you're going to have to beat the Hawks. You're not going to outscore the Hawks. Okay? If you get into a game that you want to outscore the Hawks, that's when the Hawks win. That's when the Hawks push pace. Yeah. Because you look up and Bogey done hit about 6 3-pointers. Larry, leave that alone, please. Huh? Leave it alone. That's what I'm talking about. You said exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, Tatum and Brown gonna step up. I fully think that both of them are gonna have 20 plus, possibly 30 plus games. Now, it's up to the others. You gotta not have Derek White score 25 points. If Tatum and Brown and Derek White score 20 something points, Hawks are gonna lose. That's the end of the season. Okay, that's 100% the end of the season. Also, Al Horford had a bad game the last game. I don't expect him to have 2 bad games in a row either. Constant professional when he was here or with the Celtics. So, yeah, I don't expect him to have 2 different games, especially in big games. Al Horford play big. So, all right, calm down. Calm down, please. Right there. So, keys to the game, in my opinion, or Larry, keys of the game. Hold on, let me go back because I'm looking at game 3, and we lost. And basically, what happened? We just did a shot clock. I mean, shot chart. Did a shot chart. Look how many shots they made in the paint. I mean, right at the basket, bro. Like, they wasn't even shooting no mid-range jumpers. It was either dunking or threes. Like, look at that. The Hawks shot chart is all over the place. The Celtics shot chart was succinct. We either get into the basket or we shooting a 3. All right, get your foot off of this, son. You're gonna hurt yourself trying to stand on this slip. Oh yeah, I mean that tells you the case right there. And look how many misses we had at the goal too. And look at all these misses that the Hawks had inside of the paint. The Celtics missed 2 shots inside the paint in game 4. 2 shots. Defense was very poor. Very, very poor. Because it wasn't no mixture of stopping them and forcing them to shoot about right here or floater right here. See, here go a pull-up jumper. Here go a turnaround jumper. Here come another turnaround jumper. This is a floater. The rest of them was layups. Layups are dunks. Like, look at that, man. Now look over here with the Hawks in the paint. Scattered. You see these shots right here? These are Trae Young floaters, okay? That's a floater, and that's a floater. These are dunks or putbacks. So, all right, Patch Nation says, I put up 2 TVs so I can watch the Celtics and the draft. Okay. No, I'm not even watching the draft, bro. I'm going to be honest. I mean, A, because I'm streaming. I don't want to get distracted by that. B, ain't nothing more important than this game right here. Now, as a Hawks fan, now a casual Hawks fan might be flipping. I mean, look, if you want to go back and forth, I understand. Because it is a draft, and I'm looking at draft coverage right now. They're on the stage. Looks pretty cool. We was going to have draft coverage, actually. My cousin is there in Kansas City right now. So we're going to check in with him at halftime. But to talk about the Falcons pick and the Chicago Bears. He's a Chicago Bear fan. So he'll be out there. We have a live correspondent. So we can talk about the drafts up until that point to halftime. I can't really wait. I can't wait for this game, bro. I want you to go ahead, Patch Nation. I need you to blow this up and send all your little Celtic fans over here. Yeah, we're going to make this real life, especially since y'all think y'all about to finish us off. I don't think so. I think we're going to a game 7. I think y'all petrified about going to the well, I can tell, Patch Nation, you got a football logo. I mean, football avatar, so. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because my channel is open for everyone, man. It's just healthy conversation. Son, be careful, son. Seriously. It's healthy conversation. And it's always good to talk with the other side too, see how they feeling about the game. You know, I like that personally. You know, I just don't want all Hawks fans in here. You know, yeah, and I can't stand the Patriots anyway. They beat my Falcons. Actually, we choked it away. You guys just took advantage of us choking. To be honest, I mean, if a Falcon fan want to really be truthful, we choked it away. You guys took advantage of it. Kudos to you. Kudos to Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? For taking advantage of us choking. But yeah. Can't be mad at anyone but ourselves. You know? But the Atlanta Hawks are going to exact a little bit of revenge for the city of Boston. Yeah, it's fine. Look, man, and even if you brag about your team winning, you know what I'm saying, happy that your team win, that's fine. I just don't like trolls, you know what I'm saying? Come in, you want to be happy that your team won, that's fine, man. That's fine. I got no problem with that. But yeah, man, invite some Celtic fans to the stream. The more the merrier. Get this chat popping. You feel me? Yeah. But we about to get up out of here, man. I was trying to test my stream chat also. Oh yeah, for a Patriots fan, I want to ask you, who do you want the Patriots to draft? What is your draft position? And who do you want the Patriots to draft? You want to trade back and get Zay Flowers. Do you think Bill Belichick will ever draft a wide receiver in the first round? I don't think so. He never have, has he? No, he hasn't, did he, son? No. So your coach will never draft a wide receiver in the first round. Larry, calm down. Hey, get out of my shoes. Boy, you gonna trip? I'm trying to wear my shoes. Okay, you said you don't think he will, but that's your ideal pick. Okay. So also, do you think you guys will retain Jaylen Brown? I'm gonna ask you one question about the Pats, one question about the Celtics, and then I'm gonna ask you another question. That'll be it. Let's see what Pats Nation have to say about that. You see, Jaylen Brown is a Rocket. Okay, going back with his former coach that he loved. Okay, I can see what you mean. Now, are you worried about Aaron Rodgers coming to your division? Oh yeah, Eric, we're gonna talk about the draft at halftime. We're straight about the Hawks versus Celtics. Straight about the Hawks versus Celtics tonight. Straight up. I'm trying to take my shoes off. Take them off. Thank you. You go run and trip because you running in my size 14 shoes, son. Okay. You said no, bring them on. All right. All right. And with that, guys, we're about to end this show, man. Thank you everyone for coming through. This is Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. Yep. We got game 6 coming up, man. I hope you guys are ready. If you're going to look at the draft, hopefully your team picks who you want. That'll help your team make it to the Super Bowl or play well this season, unless they're playing against my Falcons, then I wish you all the bad luck. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming through, man. Let's go, Hawks. Let's get this dub tonight. Deuces.